Alrighty, hey guys, Stan the Man here. Welcome back to another video. Today we are just going to be continuing our countdown to WrestleMania. Today's WrestleMania that we're going to be reviewing is WrestleMania 27. Now, I've done all the way from 20 we're going to go all the way to 40, but we're at 27. If you haven't checked that out, go ahead. I'll put the playlist at the end of the video. But, yeah, guys, without any further ado, let's get right into this. Now, let me tell you, I think WrestleMania 27 is pretty much the worst WrestleMania ever. I think most people will agree. Just the matches, the people they had main eventing, it was so freaking bad, really, honestly. It was in Georgia, I believe, is where it was. But, yeah, I guess we'll jump right into the first match. We have Edge defending the World Heavyweight Championship against Alberto Del Rio. Now, basically in 2010 and 11, WWE pushed Alberto Del Rio to the top. He was already, that year, 2011, he had won multiple World Championships. And the reason he got to face Edge is because he won the Royal Rumble 2 months before. It was a 40-man Royal Rumble, which a lot of people thought was dumb in the first place. But, of all people, the criminal himself, Alberto Del Rio, wins the Royal Rumble. He just got kicked out of Tijuana, suspended for 6 months. He decided to throw a chair at a fan, but that's besides the point. But, I mean, the match was the first match on the card, I believe. It really wasn't that great. Alberto Del Rio kind of had the upper hand a lot of the match, but, Edge hit the spear on him, and that was it. He beat him. And then Edge and his best friend Christian destroyed Del Rio's car after. But little did we know that ended up being Edge's last match because he had to retire due to just his neck getting worse. He had spinal stenosis or something. It's like narrowing of your spine and muscles and all that. So he had to retire. So, I guess at least for him, he got to retire as the world champion. But just Alberto Del Rio in one of the main events for the world title at that time, it was just, ugh. Now, really, this is the only good match on the card. And it is Triple H taking on The Undertaker in a no-holds-barred match. Now, basically, the WrestleMania before, The Undertaker beat Shawn Michaels and ended his career. And I'm sure everybody knows Shawn Michaels is Triple H's best friend. So, of course, he wants to kick The Undertaker's ass because he retired his best friend. Now, this match, I would say it was really good. One of the most brutal matches that I've ever seen. Spine busters through tables, Undertaker getting ran through the coal mine, and just Triple H beat the living shit out of him. He bashed him over the back with a chair about 20 times. Undertaker was only able to win because he caught Triple H in the Hell's Gate submission move, and Triple H ended up tapping out, but he had the sledgehammer in his hand trying to reach Undertaker with it, and he couldn't. But, that was really cool, but amazingly, The Undertaker couldn't walk out of the arena. He had to be basically stretchered out, which had never happened before, which I think it was really crazy. That was one of the first times that The Undertaker actually looked weak, and people were like, oh my god, is this guy, because The Undertaker's always the guy that's crippling people and making them not be able to walk out. But, yep, that ended, and, they ended up having a match the next year. So, I like that just because it was great long-term storytelling. But now, we make it to the last match, which it is The Miz defending his WWE Championship against John Cena in the main event of WrestleMania. I don't even know, the match really wasn't that great, and it wasn't even really supposed to be remembered. I remember Cena spears Miz through the barricade and he hits his head on the concrete and it ends by countout. The Rock comes out and restarts the match because he was the host of the WrestleMania. I don't remember if it was no DQ or something, or the ref got knocked down. But anyways, it ended up that The Rock came down to the ring, rock bottom John Cena, and cost him the match. Yeah. At WrestleMania, we ended with a stupid finish like that. And of all guys, The Miz. Now, you know, Miz is he's amazing now these days. But I don't know, it might just be me, but back then, I really didn't think he was that big of a threat. And even Miz in his promo said, it's only about The Rock and John Cena. No one even cares. I'm not even relevant, which he wasn't, which was stupid. But, you know, the whole reason they only did all that is because literally the next night on Raw, The Rock challenged John Cena to WrestleMania. A whole year in advance, they already picked the main event of WrestleMania. I feel like that main event was just a waste of time just to make Rock look good and give him a reason to challenge John Cena. But, dude, there's just so many other ways that they could have done this. But, yeah, guys, that's it for this one. Comment down below what you thought of this show. Like I said, of my lifetime of watching WWE, I personally think this is one of the worst WrestleManias I've ever seen in my entire life. But yeah, guys, so that's going to be it for this. If you haven't checked out any of the other ones, go ahead and do that. And I will see you in the next video where we will be reviewing WrestleMania 28.